So, yesterday I predicted who was gonna be in what group for the 2018 World Cup. The actual draw was this morning. The video of my actual prediction for who was gonna be in what group, I posted a little too late, but I'm happy to say, and I'm happy to have seen that it has gotten some views. I'm happy about that. But however, now we have to get to the big part, which is predicting who will advance from what group. Now, I took a look at all the groups, and I saw that I had scored an 8 out of 32 on my prediction. I predicted almost the entire Germany group right and almost the entire Portugal group right. Now, before we start predicting who will go through from each group, let's look at who will go through from what group. We have, starting in Group A, we have Russia, and they are facing Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. So all in all, Uruguay got an easy group, and it's safe to say Russia can pick up the easy 3 points against Saudi Arabia and Egypt as well. But that Russia-Uruguay game is going to be a close one. I can tell you that. That's for sure. Moving on to Group B. Now, I predicted that Portugal would get a group like this. However, I predicted that they would get Uruguay, Morocco, and Iran, and they got Spain, Morocco, and Iran, and they got it in Group B instead of Group C. In that group. So the big game is that opener between Portugal and Spain, and then those two can pick up the easy 3 points against Iran and Morocco all on their way. You'll never believe what scores I predicted for those two, but we'll get to that in a second. We're now going to go group by group here. Now, Group C. For me, again, this is the most easy group of all, in my opinion. France, for me, have gotten handed an easy group, but it's the road of Australia, Peru, and Denmark. Which one of those three teams will advance? I know France is gonna advance for sure, but I was undecided on who would make it out of those three at first, and then now doing this simulator, I've decided, and I will get to that in a second. Moving on to Group D. We have Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. This is not at all what I predicted for the group for Argentina. I actually got them facing Denmark, Switzerland, and Saudi Arabia. But they got a completely different group than what I predicted. Now, for Argentina, it's safe to say that their passage is going to be easy. I believe they're going to advance easy, but they're going to have a close game against Croatia. But don't count out Iceland and Nigeria. I believe that they're going to come to play. My decision for the other team that will advance on with Argentina will come here in just a moment. But I'm going to go through all these groups first and see who drew who. Now moving on to Group E, we got Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia. Serbia definitely being hit for her group. Costa Rica is a great team, advanced to the last 8 in the 2014 World Cup. Brazil again, China made 2018 the better World Cup than what 2014 was for them. It's safe to say for me that Brazil's passage through to the last 16 is going to be easy, and on who will advance along with him, that decision will come here in just a moment, like I said. I'm just going through the groups first, and then the decisions are gonna come for who's gonna advance. For who I think is gonna advance to the next round of the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Now, Group F. Look at this group. Again, what I had Germany. I predict that Germany would be in Group F, and I predict that they would face Mexico, Senegal, and South Korea. But instead, they are facing Mexico, Sweden, and South Korea. So it's safe to say that I scored 75% on this prediction. One more. I predicted not only that Germany would be in Group F, but I also predicted 3 of the 4 teams that I predicted to be in this group I got right. Now, looking at this group, I think, okay, Germany's passage, I think will be easy if they play good. Mexico is definitely gonna come to play. Sweden is definitely gonna come to play. Don't count out South Korea coming to play either. But when you'll see my decision, you'll know who's gonna advance. Predicting to come on this group in just a moment. Now moving on to these last 2 groups. In this one, Group G, we have Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and England. Now, England got hit with a little bit of an easier passage than they got in 2014. And again, Belgium, same situation. But that England-Belgium game in that 3rd match day of the group stage is going to be a close one. It's going to be a real close one. And when you see my prediction, then you'll know why. Now on to our last group, Group H. Now this one, this is not the most exciting group. Well, actually, no, fuck that. Yeah, it is. Because it features Colombia, who got the likes of James, Cuadrado, and Falcao, and it features Poland, who got Lewandowski, and then they got Pijek for Borussia Dortmund in the right defense. And a fair share of goalkeepers as well. And that is Group H, consisting of Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. Now again, Colombia got matched up with Japan, just like in 2014 in the group stage. And again, Argentina facing Nigeria, just like in the 2014 World Cup, where they faced them as well and beat them. And Nigeria came to play in that tournament, so they're gonna definitely come to play in next year's tournament as well. Don't count them out either. Don't count out Senegal either. They have a really good team. Don't count out Japan either. But when they come to play, they come to play. Just saying. Now we can start here back at Group A with my predicting of these results and who will advance to the knockout stage of this tournament, starting with this opener with Russia and Saudi Arabia. I predicted that Russia will beat Saudi Arabia 3-1 in that one, and then Egypt against Uruguay. I predicted that Uruguay will open up group play with a 6-0 victory over Egypt. Now moving on to Russia and Egypt. In Group A, this is match tier 2. I predicted an easy win for Russia, 4-0 against Egypt in that group. Then we have Uruguay against Saudi Arabia. I predicted that Saudi Arabia would come to play in that one as well, but would lose to Uruguay 3-1. So again, the same result for Saudi Arabia both times, and I predicted that they would come to play and come to score, but that the better team would win in that one, as usual. Now, moving on to the last two games. Uruguay against Russia. So this is where it gets interesting. In this one, I predicted that Uruguay and Russia would tie with a goal each, and that Saudi Arabia and Egypt would tie with a goal each. So I predicted Saudi Arabia and Egypt finishing with a point in that group, and Uruguay and Russia advancing. So here we go. You didn't see the knockout stage projected bracket, as I'm predicting who's gonna advance. My knockout stage prediction here is gonna take shape. You'll see it take shape here as I go through every group. Moving to Group B. Starting with Morocco and Iran. I predicted a tie between Morocco and Iran. 2-2 tie in that one. And then I also predicted a tie in the opener in that group between Portugal and Spain. I predicted that one to be 1-1. To finish 1-1. So it's going to be a close one. Both those openers, I believe, are going to be close. Now going to match day 2. Portugal against Morocco. I predict that Morocco is going to come to play, but that however Portugal will come to play as well and beat them 3-1. Okay, so now moving to the Iran-Spain game. I predicted an easy victory for Spain, and that one 4-0 over Iran, and that one, and then same thing with Iran against Portugal. I however predicted that Iran would come to play in that one, but that Portugal at the same time would come even more to play and beat them 3-1 to advance to the knockout stages of the World Cup. And Spain closing out Morocco 3-0 to advance also to the knockout stage of the World Cup. Spain winning the group, Portugal finishing second, but they will be tied on points, but it's the goal difference that has Spain ahead here, as you can see. It's the same thing with Russia and Uruguay. Same amount of points, but goal difference is what comes into play between those two in that group. Now on to Group C. This is where it's gonna get kind of more interesting, but not so much. As I predicted that France's group stage earlier is going to be easy. They would beat Austria 3-1. Peru would tie Denmark. France would beat Peru. Easy. Denmark would tie Australia. And lose to France 3-1, and Australia would lose 2-1 to Peru. So again, when you look at these results I have predicted, there's a margin between points here, as you see in the projected standings. And my predicted standings show that France would win the group easily and that Peru would advance behind them in second place. But all four teams would get results and all four teams would show that they come to play. in that tournament. So now you can see, as I'm predicting all these results, that the knockout stage is taking shape. Uruguay would face Portugal, Spain would face Russia. Now moving on to Group D. With the Argentina group. And this one I have predicted that Iceland would come to play and it would finish 4-2 for Argentina against Iceland in that one. Croatia would beat Nigeria 2-1 in a close one. Argentina would beat Croatia 3-2 in a very close game. Iceland would beat Nigeria in what would also be a close one. Nigeria being blown up by Argentina 4-1, but the Nigerian team at least coming to play in that one with a goal, at least scoring a goal in that one. And Iceland and Croatia tying. With this being probably the closest projected standing that I have. With Iceland and Croatia, I predict that they would get the same amount of points, but Croatia will be advancing because of goal difference. I predicted that Iceland would come to play at that one. Actually, that they both would, but Iceland would be the better team and they would take the third place spot because of goal difference, and it would see Argentina facing Peru and France facing Croatia in the knockout stage of the World Cup to decide the top half of that bracket. Now off to Group E, and we have the Croatia-Serbia game. I think that's going to be close. I'm going to say 1-1 for that one. The Brazil-Switzerland game. These are two good teams. I'm going to say that's going to be close, and I'm going to say Brazil's going to win that one 3-2. Brazil-Costa Rica, I'm going to say that's going to be close too. These are both really good teams, and I'm going to say Brazil's going to win that one 2-1, which would advance into the last 16 of the tournament. The Serbia-Switzerland game, I'm going to say that one will be a 2-2 tie. And then Brazil, I'm going to say that they're going to beat Serbia 4-1 in that one. And then I'm going to say Switzerland would lose to Costa Rica 3-2 in a close game, making Costa Rica advance and Serbia and Switzerland get knocked out. With these being the same standings as what Group C would look like. But goal difference, just a tiny bit different in that one. Which would set up Brazil and Costa Rica at the bottom of the bracket on both sides. On the Group F, this will shape the other half of the bottom of the bracket, and I have my Germans, the German national team, Deutschland baby. Yes, on Mia. Normally Germany would always get the easy group in World Cup play. A lot of people are gonna say they did. I think they will advance for sure in first place. However, this opening game against Mexico, I'm gonna say the Germans are gonna win, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna say the Germans beat the Mexicans 3-2. And then Sweden, South Korea, I predicted Sweden to beat South Korea 4-0 in that one. And then Germany, Sweden, I'm gonna say 3-1 to Germany for that one. South Korea, Mexico, I'm gonna say 4-1 Mexico over South Korea in that one. And then South Korea, Germany, I'm gonna say 4-0 for Germany in that one. And then Mexico, Sweden, I'm gonna say 2-1 Mexico over Sweden in that one. And there it is. So with these standings, so far this would be the only group where a team would not get a single point. In the group stage, I have Germany winning the group easy, and Mexico advancing in second, but Sweden showing that they come to play. And this group getting the best of South Korea. For me, South Korea got hit hard by this group, and I would say for them, they got the group of death. However, I got in Group D, Nigeria also finishing with no points in that group. And so far, those are the only two that I have with a finish like that. In the group stage, after Group D, so in Group G, I'm gonna say Belgium is gonna beat Panama easy, 3-1. But Panama is gonna come to play with a goal against them in that one. And then I'm gonna say Tunisia will get blown out by England 4-0, and then again by Belgium 5-0. So there you can see what it already looks like for Tunisia in that one for my prediction. And then I'm gonna say England is gonna beat Panama in a close one, 3-2. Again, Panama is a team that comes to play. We've seen it when they've played against the US and Mexico in qualifying. And against the US, it's always a close one every time. Until we crushed them 4-0 in the second to last game of qualifying this time, but ended up not making it because of that stupid loss to TNT in the very last game of it all. Anyway, moving on from that and moving to England and Belgium. The final game for those two in the group stage of the tournament. I'm gonna say it finishes in a tie, but would still advance them both. And I'm gonna say Panama will beat Tunisia 2-0 in the pride game really. And I'm gonna say Tunisia advances. Tunisia doesn't get a point at all. England and Belgium advance, both have 7 points, but the same goal difference, and Panama left with 3 points. In Group G of that tournament, as I've been through, we have Germany facing Costa Rica and Brazil facing Mexico, and my predicted knockout stage bracket. For the last 16, not the last group, Group H, this will decide the last 2 spots in the bracket for my prediction. Starting with Poland against Senegal. Okay, starting with Poland against Senegal, I'm gonna say that finishes 2-1 for Poland over Senegal. I'm gonna say Colombia is gonna blow out Japan 4-0. And then I think Japan and Senegal, that'll be a close one. I think they'll tie that one. And Poland, Colombia, I think they'll tie that one 2-2. And then 1-1 for the Japan-Senegal match. And then Japan, Poland. I'm gonna say Poland beats them 2-1 in a close encounter. Again, like I said, don't count out Senegal and Japan. I think they will definitely come to play and come to score goals coming June 2018 in Russia. And last but not least, Senegal against Colombia. I'm going to say Colombia is going to beat Senegal 3-1. So again, this group prediction for Group H. Again, the only game that would finish that shutout in my that I predicted would finish that way is that Colombia-Japan game. Other than that, we see goals from everybody in the rest of them. And so there we go. And those last two spots I predicted will be taken by Colombia and Poland, both going through with 7 points, but one having a better goal difference than the other. And it would have Colombia facing England at the bottom of the bracket on the right side in the knockout stage of the last 16 of the World Cup, and on the bottom left side of the knockout 16 of the last 16 of the World Cup. And this bracket, I have Belgium facing Poland, and this is going to be an interesting bracket. I thought at first when France and Argentina got their group in the group stage and got their spot that we would have a France-Argentina quarterfinal. However, this bracket shows them on either side of each other. So we would actually have a Spain-Argentina quarterfinal, and I'm gonna say a Portugal-France quarterfinal, and a France-Argentina semifinal. And then at the bottom right, I'll go ahead and do that too. At the bottom right, I'm gonna say there will be a Brazil-Belgium quarterfinal. And then at the bottom right, I'm gonna say it will be a England-Germany quarterfinal. And then in the semifinals, I'm gonna say it will be Brazil. It will be a Brazil-France semifinal, and a Argentina-Germany semifinal, and then it will be a Brazil-Germany final, and then Germany winning it all again. Okay, so that's that. That is my prediction. You can leave a like if you like this video, subscribe if you're new, comment. Please make the comments positive and not negative. And again, I have Asperger's. And this is the first time I'm saying this now. Please don't talk shit. And until next time, there'll be more to come. And until next time, bye bye.